Good morning. Just a little background on setting up a TVG skin or map for that matter. It's the same thing. So of course the first thing you do is you plug it into an air line and you make sure you're running about, as you can see here, we're running about 80-85 PSI. If you have gas and if you're going to use a gas flush, okay, you would plug it into a gas line down below. And the maximum on that is about 20 pounds. But you don't have to. If you're just doing skin, you don't have to have the gas. Once that's in, okay, then you power on the unit and you'll see that it'll go through a series of tests, and it will come back shortly. It's doing a test on everything. Here's your temperature. That's actually the ambient temperature of the room that this unit is in. And now you'll see that it's loading everything. There you go. And then you will get an error message because of course the temperature is not high enough. So you'll see this come in a second. And here again it's loading up. And this is all normal, so okay, so now it says push reset, okay, and that's just, and you can see low temperature and we gotta wait. But now the temperature will start ramping up, and now we'll wait until it's ready to go. Okay, now we've reached the temperature, and what I'm going to show you now is only done once, okay? And this is just during the startup, and it's to make sure that the phase has been set right for the vacuum pump. Very important. And I've done something, and I'll tell you after, okay? So that you'll know it yourself. But once it reaches the temperature, you can see that everything is ready, okay? We're vacuum, seal, everything's good to go. I put this in. Okay, and you hear the noise? Okay, so I stop. If you heard it, okay, the vacuum motor is straining and it's not working right, okay, right away I know it's not right, okay, so now I'll change it around so that you'll hear what a vacuum sounds like when it's running properly. But all that means, and I'll show you that, okay, so I pull out the drawer, I hit push, well in fact I'm going to turn it off. Now I'm going to change it, and I'll show you how to change it, okay? So hold on tight. Okay, so we remove the plug, okay, back it all off. Now on a three-phase motor, what it means is there's three phases, of course, and right now it's not in phase. And to get it back in phase, you change any of the two wires, with the exception you never touch the ground, and the ground is always this one here with the little the bent spade. Yeah. So now we'll show you this, and this is the plug that will come with it, and the name. So now our engineer Mosen is just going to change. So the ground is always the green, but you're getting a plug. It's always set up. All you'll have to do is maybe change any of these two wires. Yeah. Doesn't matter which ones you change, okay? Just change two. So we'll come right back to you, and we'll show you that in a second. So what Mosen is doing is taking out that one, and it's this easy, okay? There's nothing to this. This is the same with any three-phase equipment, okay? You just gotta make sure the phase is right. Okay, coming back to you in a second. Okay, now we've plugged it back in. And now we're going to do one more test, okay, to show you what the vacuum pump should sound like. And then that's it. That's the only time in setup. Or if you move it. We recently had a customer who moved to a new building and he couldn't figure out what was going on. And it was, of course, he moved to a new building with three-phase, and he had to change those two wires just like we showed you. But wait a second, it's going to come back on. It's heating up now. As you can see, it's going back up. And you just wait till it comes back up to temperature. Back to you soon. Okay, now, so it says it's ready, so we're just going to do it again. And once again, now listen to the sound, and you'll hear how nice and quiet it runs. Now you hear it. There's no growling. I mean, it just runs nice and smooth. You can tell the difference right away. And as I say, you do it once on the setup, and that's it. Now the machine is tuned to your electrical supply. That's it. The cycle is finished. We pull out the drawer, and voila. Now, this is not your food, but we're going to show you your food shortly. So now we're going to go back to the programming, and we're going to start at program 1. Let me just get out of here, and we'll talk a little bit about it. When you get your machine, it will always be set to program 3. And that's because we're doing skin, but you can change the program. So if I hit here, program 3 says skin. If I go down, hit the minus button, program 2 says vacuum and gas, and program 1 says SAP or seal only program. So we look at it differently. We say P1 is 1 parameter, seal only. P2 is 2 parameters, vacuum and seal. And then P3 is 3 parameters, okay? It's the vacuum, the skin, and the seal all together. So that's how we think about it. And we'll set it to program 1, and we'll just walk it through so you can see the different aspects of this. So we're going to start with a seal only. And I should also warn you, okay, that if you're doing seal only, you do not use this film. This is skin film. This is specially designed for skin, and it's a softer film. For seal only, for seal only and for vacuum gas seal, we have a different film. So this is it. We're going to go from here. Program 1, seal only. Where you would use seal only is if you were going to freeze a meal, or if you were packing something like a salad that you didn't want to have crushed with a skin. But here we go. We'll just go. And that's it. Your program is over. You can see it's seconds. And that's a seal only. And let me grab this out of here. And then what happens, you have nothing else but the product sealed inside. Now we're going to go up to the next one, which is vacuum and then seal. And it can also be vacuum and gas, but we don't have any gas hooked up. So program 2, and I hit just below so if you look here, it says program 2, but you got to hit, the screen is not interactive, it's the button below. So now this is program 2, and you're going to see it's going to pull a very quick vacuum, and then it's going to seal. Vacuum, done. Gas, seal. And now you pull out the drawer. And as I say, you can now take a look. And if you look at the profile, you can see we've pulled quite a vacuum on there. And you can adjust the vacuum, of course. It goes up and down, okay? If I wanted to adjust the vacuum, let's say I didn't want as much vacuum, I would go in, hit the program button, okay? And I would go over, hit this arrow, the button below the arrow, and you can see I can take the vacuum down. I can have a little less, or I could take it back. 10 was where we had it. You can go up, okay? But we'll leave it at 10 just for now. And then you just walk it all the way through. There's no gas because we don't have a gas hooked up to it. Seal time. And once again, I caution you, if you're doing this, now, if you're doing this with either seal only or vacuum gas, change the film, because this film is way too expensive to use in this for this program, and it's not the right film either. Now we go to skin, and I'm just going to put you on hold because I got to go into the kitchen. Well, okay, we can do it this way. Okay, we're going to just use those blocks, and let's go. Skin. So now it sucks the film up and heats the film. Then it pulls the film down into the tray, seals, and that's it. And pull out the drawer. And that's it. Now you can see you've done your skin, and that's it. It's perfect. So that's really the operation in a nutshell, okay? When you're feeding the film, actually, there's a couple things to show you. Mosin, could you get me a pair of scissors, please? So, when you're feeding the film, it's really important that you follow this drawing on the top here, and how it goes underneath one and over the other. Really pay attention, because we've had customers who haven't, and then it's like, well, you know, it's breaking the film, it's drawing the film. And the other thing I'll show you right now is, and I'll ask Mosin to hold this for me. When you go to do a roll change, okay, these guides, okay, move in and out together. They move in and out. So I can do this, okay, and then I reach down in here and I can pull this out. There's a little clip in here. Now I can pull my roll out and I can push my roll in. When my roll's back in, I just flip this back in, and if I have it right, it goes into the hole. There, that's it, it's locked in. And then I bring this in, but I don't want to squeeze. I want to be able to have it so I can move this a little bit. So that's how you put the roll on top, which is easy enough. And the roll comes down and comes behind. And this is a safety. When the roll breaks, it won't do any more. It'll tell you that the film is broken. Now you go to the back side, and let me do this at the back side. So, because I want to, actually it doesn't matter. I'm going to do this, okay? I have a rewinder there. And this is also, I mean, this is not rocket science. We're not doing anything out of the ordinary, but I'll just show you how this works. So you cut your film. So now you have all this scrap, and it'll be much bigger when it comes time. You pull out this pin and you pull this all the way out. Once this is out, what you've done is you've created, if you look inside, you've created a little space. So that'll let this come off easily. Now, a lot of people think that they have to take the film. Of course, I lost it here, so we might as well open up the... So, to access the tooling or anything else, this comes, and you cannot run it with this off, okay? So I'm just going to pull this through, which I should have done before I did my... Okay, so that's that. And I want to show you something really in particular, because it's very important that you don't do this, but it's understandable if you did, okay? This is a safety. With the covers off, this machine will not run, okay? It's all safety based. So this goes back in, okay, and you'll see there's a catch to go into. So that's, let me do that again. Of course, I'm doing and talking. Okay, so that's it. The film is not squeezed anywhere. Okay, that's really important. Some people, what they try to do is they try to capture the film with this other piece that I've just put on. You don't. All you do is take the film, you do that, okay, and you just kind of scooch it up in there, just a little bit, if you will, okay, and then you take the rewinder in the front. It has a button that says rewinder, manual rewinder, and I can just do this. Oh, I gotta push the reset. And now I just do this. And the film gets pulled, and that's all you have to do. But I'm just warning you that if you try to do it like I've seen done, it gets really stuck, and then you have to cut it with an X-Acto to make the film come off. But otherwise, everything's laying flat, and we're good to go again. So that's the roll change, and you know, then let me just do one more for you. So,
Should I bring food?
no, we can just do it. Is there anything ready? Do you know in the kitchen? You know what? It's fine. We'll just do it this way. So once again, put that in. Put that in. Close the door. Set this vacuum. Pull the drawer out. That's it. And again. So if you're packing pieces of metal, it looks pretty good. That's it. We're done. We'll get this machine packed up and off to you. Thank you for your business, and we'll talk soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.